back to Thrive Fitness in Ann Arbor. In today's video, we're going to teach you all about pull-ups, pull-up variation, and exercises to help you with your pull-ups to build a stronger, wider, and thicker back and arms. Pull-ups are a powerhouse exercise for the upper body. Most people love the effects that the pull-ups have on their body because of the taper effect from the shoulders to a smaller waistline.
The prime mover and major muscle groups that pull-ups train are your lats. Your latissimus dorsi is a huge muscle group that covers almost the entire back of your body and is the largest muscle group in your upper body. Your lats are in charge of many movements, including extension, adduction, transverse extension, flexion from extended position, and medial internal rotation of the shoulder joint. The secondary muscle group being trained here are your biceps. The biceps are the large double-headed muscle fibers that sit in front of the upper arm, between your shoulder and your elbow. Your biceps are in charge of pulling.
Lastly, your shoulders are your prime stabilizer for your pull-ups, as you should do your best to keep your shoulders down and back on every upper body movement, especially if you have tight or rounded shoulders while performing a pull-up. If you're a bodybuilder, however, you can let your shoulders raise slightly to enhance the stretch of your lats before pulling yourself back up, as long as you do it in a safe and controlled manner.
Always start with a proper mobility and stabilization program before starting a strength training program. Check out our video on stretching and mobility for guidance. All right, let's get started with some pull-ups. There's two different ways to do pull-ups. There's one for corrective exercise purposes where you always want to keep your shoulders down and back, especially if you have tight traps or a tight neck, rounded shoulders from sitting at a desk most of the day, or if your shoulders just sit out of alignment and typically have shoulder pain throughout the day. So the corrective exercise pull-ups, if you notice when Alexis jumps up, and we're going to start with an overhand grip, you want to shrug your shoulders down and back so they're not stretched out in a position where your shoulders are fully extended up. So pull them down and back, and then you can start your pull-ups. So these are strict pull-ups for corrective exercise purposes, designed to strengthen your lats more without moving the shoulders up and down. And that's going to really help keep your shoulders down as you're walking, standing, sitting throughout the day, so your shoulders don't shrug up and sit out of position and cause neck pain. However, if you're a bodybuilder trying to grow a wider and thicker back, the second way of pull-ups we're going to show you, we actually are going to stretch and reach with the shoulders. Remember, you can only do this if you don't experience any shoulder pain. Notice how Alexis is starting from a fully stretched position now with the shoulders reached up, and she pulls up in a controlled manner, never in a ballistic manner. When your shoulders come up and you get that extra stretch in your lats, it really helps target your lats just a little bit more than if you don't go all the way down to a full stretch. Always do these slow and controlled, never in a ballistic manner, especially when your shoulders come up. Pull-ups are great because you can adjust your hand positions in different angles to train different areas of your body more. So the first grip we showed you is an overhand grip, which allows you to pull more with your lats and shoulders. Let's say we put our hands under the bar to an underhand grip or a chin-up. Now we're allowing your body to use a little bit more biceps in the beginning of the movement, along with your lats. Next, there's a neutral grip, where your palms face each other. In this grip, we're training the shoulders more as well, along with the lats. Then we have a wider grip. The wider your hands go, the more lats we train. And remember, you have to have a stronger back if you want to go with a wider grip pull-up and still maintain good form. Some other awesome variations of pull-ups to build strength are a pull-up hold, where you get to the top of the pull-up position and you just hold it. And you want to squeeze everything. Squeeze your elbows to your side, squeeze your lats, squeeze your core, and don't swing. And you want to hold this for, let's say, 30 seconds to a minute. And you can always add a band in for extra resistance and tension. One of my favorite pull-up variations to target your lats individually is a pull-up with a side-to-side motion. So you start in your normal position, you pull up to one side and really engage one lat at a time before you switch. Remember, a great way to build strength is to hold a contraction. So we're gonna do a pull-up hold. Hold it at the top and just go side to side the whole time. This one is a lat and arm killer. Try to hold this as long as you can. Keep the tension in your lats, keep your shoulders down and back, and keep your abs tight. And then you wanna hold it as long as you can. Let's cover some of the most common mistakes that people make when they do pull-ups so that make sure that you don't do these mistakes when you do your pull-ups. First one being when you step off into your pull-up position and you notice your body's swinging back and forth, that means your core isn't engaged and tight. So squeeze your abs to eliminate the swing, and then you can start your pull-up so you can pull yourself up in a straight line. Another common mistake is looking up too high and straining your neck as you pull up, putting your spine in an awkward position as you pull yourself up. Make sure your body's in a straight line, because the next common mistake we see is pointing the chest up and arching the lower back, not engaging the abs. So notice as she pulls up, her chest is way too far away from the bar. So she's pulling mostly with her arms and not with her back or lat muscles. Next, excessive swinging or kipping when you do a pull-up. Pull-ups are not designed for swinging or using momentum to pull yourself up. They're a great exercise for muscular development of your lats and arms, so make sure you don't kip or swing if you want to develop strong and sculpted lats. Lastly, we notice a lot of people doing pull-ups that don't have a complete range of motion. If you're not going all the way up on your pull-up or all the way down on your pull-up and you're keeping tension in the elbows, you're not going to get the full benefit of the exercise. Always train each exercise in a full range of motion, unless of course you have an injury and you're trying to focus on certain areas more than others. But always perform your pull-ups in a full range of motion to get the full benefit. Now we're going to show you some of our favorite exercises to help you build a stronger, wider, and thicker back. Check it out. First, we're going to show you a dumbbell pullover. I love this exercise when you lay perpendicular on the bench, so we're going to show you that version first. Grab the dumbbell with two hands. Wrap your hands around the top of the dumbbell. The bench really helps you pin your shoulders down and back so you can really target your lats. As you come on down with the dumbbell, feel a huge stretch in your lats and pull up and forward. Try not to bend the elbows too much. A slight bend is fine, but try to keep the focus on the lats. And you may also feel this exercise in your chest and triceps. So it's also a great exercise to help you with push-ups or any type of chest presses. Unilateral training is amazing if you have muscle imbalances. We say that a lot. So if you notice yourself pulling harder with one side of the body than the other, a 2 dumbbell pullover is the next best thing. When you go down, you gotta keep your hands apart, dumbbells not touching, again, until you feel a stretch in your lats. And wow, notice how Alexis made this a compound movement. She's even throwing in a leg lift to strengthen your abs at the same time, which is great if you have a problem swinging on your pull-ups. Another great exercise to focus on building your lat strength is a lat sweep. Very similar to the pullovers we just showed you, except you're using a cable. Starting from a stretched out position with the lats, pulling the arms straight down, slightly lifting the chest up so you can really squeeze your lats at the bottom as you pull your hands towards your thighs and squeeze your lats. Very similar to the pullover motion we just showed you again. An amazing exercise to build your lat strength. And you may also feel these in your triceps and in your chest. Next, we're going to show you some lat exercises on a lat pull down machine. We're going to show you first with a straight bar, and keep in mind you can switch the attachments to use a neutral grip or the straight bar or different types of bars for the pull down. First, we're going to show you a close grip overhand pull down. She's doing a strict version where she shrugged her shoulders down first to keep the lats engaged and squeezed down the whole time. Remember the bodybuilding version, you can stretch your shoulders up and really enhance the lat stretch before you pull back down. Always do these in a slow and controlled manner, not ballistically. A couple other grips you can do with the straight bar. Underhand grip, where your hands are under the bar. Again, to target a little bit more biceps. And the wide grip, where you put your hands over the bar or under the bar. And you pull with a wider grip, targeting more lats and less arms. More of your back muscles and less of your arms. Next, we're going to show you rows, single arm reach rows. Even though rows are great to target your mid-back, we're going to show you some reach rows to target more of your lats that can help you strengthen your pull-ups. She's going to do them on the bench, holding a squat position. I'm going to do them standing with a staggered stance, front leg on the thigh. Reach your lats and pull and squeeze at the top. Remember, when you drop your shoulder, you don't want to do anything ballistic. Keep your lower back and mid-back nice and flat before you pull back up and squeeze. We're only stretching the lat. We're not rounding your entire back. You can also do rows with 2 dumbbells. Again, reaching and pulling, holding a squat position or a hinge position with your legs. Feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, hips back with a neutral spine. Try to keep the weights close to your body and pull straight back underneath your stomach. Another great rowing variation, the barbell row. Depending on how wide you hold your hands, the narrower is less back, the wider you go is a little bit more back. We can do an overhand or underhand grip. Same position as the dumbbell rows. With the barbell row, we're going to reach, stretch the lats, and pull and squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top. Keep in mind, even though we're reaching with the lats, we're not rounding your lower or middle back. Head is always neutral, never looking up too high, never looking down too high. Hex bar rows are very similar to the barbell row, except you get a little bit more range of motion by being able to pull your elbows a little higher. Same stance, hips back, support the weight with your legs, stretch your lats out, pull and squeeze at the top. If you want to get a real feel for pull-ups, inverted rows are great because you get to lay underneath the bar and you're going to pull yourself up with your own body weight. Squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top and going down. You can do these strict, or you can round your shoulders and stretch your lats a little bit more. And you can also do these in an overhand and underhand grip to target your biceps and lats just a little bit differently. Very similar to inverted rows, just a lot more stabilization added in is a TRX row. For these, the farther you walk your feet out, the harder it gets. So adjust your body position to your comfort zone. Once you get to your ideal position, drop your hips down and you can pull yourself up with an overhand grip, neutral grip, underhand grip, or rotational grip. Rotating your hands, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. And another great pullover variation with the TRX band. In a plank position, the lower the straps are towards the floor, the harder it is. Keep your hips down, tucked down as you reach your hands forward. Stretch your lats out and pull your hands back underneath your chest. Hips down, stretch the lats, and pull your hands back with your lats back to your starting position. Since biceps are the secondary muscle group you're training for the pull-ups, we've got to show you a couple of our favorite bicep curl variations. First one being a dumbbell bicep curl, hands underneath the weight. Keeping your elbows stationary as you pull the dumbbells up towards your shoulders, only using your biceps without swinging or momentum. There's also the hammer grip position that uses the top of your forearms more along with your biceps. Or you can use a straight bar to also throw into your bicep curl routine to help enhance and strengthen your pull-ups.
Thanks for watching our video on pull-ups. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome exercise instructional videos and more motivational videos every week. Feel free to comment below on any requests that you have for us as well. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.